It's another episode of the $5 Game Box. Game Boxes. Episode 14. What is the $5 Game Box? Or boxes? It is an ongoing series where we build an awesome collection of video games with a personal investment of only $5. No more. The $5 Game Box. Let's take a look at it. Last episode, we picked up a whole bunch of NES goodness. Looks like we got a couple spare Mario Karts to sell. Back in episode 2, we picked up this big stack of N64 games. Any good shit in there? Oh, there's some. Mario 64. There's a Banjo-Kazooie. Lots of other stuff, too. There's a Donkey Kong in there. A Diddy Kong Racing. That Crash game right there is worth about $20. It's pretty nice. It's kind of dark up there, but there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time right there. Good stuff. We have lots of loose disc PS1 and 2 games for sale up on eBay to bring some more funds. That's a couple lots right there. That's a separate lot. We're selling these two separately. Champions Return to Arms and Dark Alliance 2. And Final Fantasy 7 and 8 with booklet. We got that up as a lot as well. And we're trying to sell this cheap-ass NES clone with a copy of Mario Bros. Duck Hunt on Craigslist for $10. And that copy of Battlefield 4, also for $10. That copy of Battlefield 4 had an unused 12-month Xbox Live card inside. So the $5 Game Box has brought us a year of Xbox Live. $68 in funds is what we start with on episode 14 of the $5 Game Box. Wow. If I do say so myself. Wow. Let's start the show. All right, Game Boxians. We're starting episode 14. I'm on my way to work on a Tuesday morning, but we have $5 Game Box business to attend. I've got in my car with me the loose disc Dark Alliance 2. I'm going to take that to the retro store after work today to get resurfaced so I can stick it on eBay. While I'm there, I'll go ahead and sell them this Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. Hopefully about $8 each on those. I can get more locally or selling on eBay, but we're not really needing of funds right now, so I don't really want to worry about the hassle. And I've got this Battlefield 4. I put this up last night on a couple Facebook groups, and I'm meeting a lady at my lunch break, and she's paying me $10 for the Battlefield 4 today. So hopefully by the end of the day, we're going to have about $26 in cash on top of the $68 that's in the game box already in the wallet, and then we'll get the Dark Alliance on eBay, and we should be sitting pretty we already are. $68 is a pretty nice amount of money to have in our Game Fund wallet, but that's one decent deal on Craigslist or off Facebook from meaning we have like $20 to garage sale this weekend, and I don't want just $20 to garage sale. So we're going to make a little money today, and that's that. So I will see you a little bit later once I got the funds. All right, y'all. That's the $68 that we started the show with. There's the $10 from our sale of Battlefield 4 for Xbox One. You'll recall we bought that for $5 and we sold it for $10, so we doubled our money, and we've got $78 now in the $5 Game Box funding wallet. It is Friday night, 9:53. There's some garage sales tomorrow, but I'm a little bummed, a little worried because that forecast looms. Look at that. It's 69 degrees right now. I actually have my windows open. The temperature is just going to plummet. And they got rain coming. It's a 25-degree difference from Friday to garage sales Saturday. Not good. There's some garage sales, and most of them are saying rain or shine, but who knows? Ooh, that wind's blowing out there. There is some good news. We sold Champions Return to Arms. $19.99 buy it now price. I did do free ship on that. I actually lowered it. I had it $24.99, but there were some complete in box ones being sold for $25 to $27. So I just real quickly went there and changed the ad around and just made it $19.99 for the loose disc, and it sold less than a day later. Maybe I should have been patient, but oh well. And according to this, if you're wondering what I use, it's this website, newlifeauctions.com. I have no idea if it's complete accuracy, but it's been pretty accurate so far. $19.99 buy it now price, no shipping handling charge. $2.70 is usually what this goes out the door when I take it to the post office. $14.41 coming back off of just Champions of Norath out of that $15 game lot. So that $15 binder of loose disc PS2 games is already bringing $14.41. We'll call it $14 because, I don't want to deal with cents too much. Quarters maybe, but I don't want to fuck around with it. So we'll just call it an even $14 once the funds are released. Plus, if I'm being completely honest, some of these things aren't free. Like resurfacing disc isn't free. And I haven't really been deducting that out of my wallet. For instance, I got this resurfaced just this week. I don't have it up on eBay yet. I was going to do that tonight, but I may wait till the weekend and hopefully get it sold over the weekend and shipped out Monday. And that I'm going to put up for, I think, $25 free ship. And that's definitely going to pay for the lot. And I have the rest of the games in that PS2 binder for sale as one total lot, I think, for $25. So $14 probably going to be here for next garage sale Saturday, when the funds are released. But we'll have $78 tomorrow while we're getting rained on. So I'm going to put together my G-Sale list and hopefully be turning this camera on a whole lot tomorrow morning with some cool G-Sale finds for the $5 game box, which is over there, as always. Alright, I just had a G-Sale. I had to kind of get out of there because this guy was he really didn't want to sell. He said he hadn't played it in 15 years, hadn't hooked it up in 15 years, but he's really wary of selling it. But we got a nice clean NES with a Mario Brothers Duck Hunt inside, of course. And the games. Here. Kickle Cubicle. Never heard of that. I just looked it up. Price charting has it about a $15 game. It's Blaster Master. Top Gun. Another Turtles arcade. Oh, look, a Contra. Two nice controllers and a zapper in there. Paperboy. Bases Loaded 2. Kung Fu. Another Mario 3. And Ninja Gaiden in this case. So all that I knew he was wary and kind of, hemming and hawing, and like, let me ask my wife, I don't know. And I turned to his wife and said, remember, he hasn't played it in 15 years. And I just I threw 40, which is a high offer. I usually wouldn't pay. I usually would at least start there. But the way he was acting, I thought I had to throw something out there that really would have made him think and not take it back inside and check eBay and all that. So 40 is what we got it for. He took it. He's like, I'm just taking that as a blind offer. I'm not sure if it's worth that. Maybe worth more. Fair price, I think. For something you haven't hooked up in 15 years, I mean, shit. So $40 for all that. We're going to sell the NES deck. I've now got 2 Super Mario Brothers 2 to sell. Having Turtles Arcade to sell. Yeah, so we'll make some back, but it kind of leaves us $38 for the rest of the garage sale game hunting day. So that kind of took a big chunk of funds, took over half of them. So we're going to keep going on this it's not raining yet, but it's really dreary and very cold. Not very cold, but just compared to the past few days, it's very cold. So I'm going to keep on hunting. I've got a couple of logs in the fire. The first sale I went to today, there's this old, hippie guy. And I asked if he had any old video games. He starts, pondering. He's like, yeah, I know what you're looking for. My kids left a whole bunch of that stuff. It's down in the basement. But I ain't getting it out today. And then he starts, pissing and moaning. Like I said, it's after 8 o'clock. It's the first sale I went to. Just after 8 o'clock. I mean, look, this is a bad day for garage sales. I'm going to have to drag all this shit back inside. That's just not fun. And my wife's not out of bed yet, so... And this ain't our house. We live next door, so... I ain't dragging that shit out today. And he starts going off about consumerism and how we buy shit at Walmart, and as soon as we leave Walmart, the shit's worthless. I'm just like, Can I leave you my number, and if you want to dig it out and call me, I'll come by and get it? Oh, I guess you didn't want to listen to my spiel about collecting stuff, did you? No! My only fear is that he said he watches Antiques Roadshow. He's like, well, they say some lamp's worth $50,000, but who's fucking writing the check? I don't know. I want your fucking games. So we'll see if that fucker calls. Not today, because he's through digging out shit. Another one is next weekend. There is a big community sale. But I went to another sale today, and I asked about video games, and the lady said, I'm having a sale next Saturday over on this street over here, and my husband's got all that stuff, and we're going to sell it and get rid of it, so come by to my sale next weekend. And she gave me the address, and it's almost the exact opposite direction of where the community sale is. So while that community sale is like a magnet to all the resellers and the pickers and all that, I'm going to know, and I'm praying and crossing my fingers here, that she doesn't put in her Craigslist ad, have old Nintendo, have old video games, doesn't take any pictures of it, and that I'm the only one with inside knowledge that there'll be video games there. And everybody goes over to that fucking community sale, which I've never had any look at. It's an annual neighborhood sale. I've never found a fucking thing there. I'm going to go across town to her sale and be there right when she fucking opens that garage door, and hopefully get some good shit then. All right, I'm sitting here wasting time talking to y'all. It's a garage sale Saturday. I got to keep on keeping on. Oh, should put it in drive first. This garage sale right there. I basically talked myself into spending $1. Probably stupid of me. I probably should have just taken what I had and ran, because I asked about old video games, and the guy reaches into a box and he got one game, and he's like, for asking about it, for asking if we had games, you can take that, it's free. So, like, hey, thanks. And it was Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the GameCube. Complete, both discs. And kind of looked around. They had a ton of books and DVDs and stuff they're trying to get rid of. And nothing I was interested in, or nothing I could, flip. And I feel really guilty, especially when I go in there and I specifically ask and they pull out something. So as I'm about to leave, I kind of approach the guy. I'm like, you sure I can't offer you something on this, so I'm not just coming in taking something free and leaving? He's like, oh, give me $1 for it. So I gave him $1 for it, which isn't too bad. And of course it led to a conversation. Like, he thinks he has another box with games in it with other assorted DVDs and crap that a guy left behind, but the woman is pretty certain that the guy took all the video games. So she really didn't want to go in the house and bring out that box, unfortunately. So, oh well, we just picked up a GameCube game. Sure, awesome. It's starting to rain. It's trying to rain. It's trying to open up. But I'll keep pressing for a little while longer, until it starts really downpouring. All right, on to the next one, hopefully. Sail back, somewhere back there. I just made a deal. Spent $10, so now we're down to $27. I don't know. I made a deal hoping I could at least double up by flipping, but I'm not sure if I will be able to or not. Let me get up here and find somewhere to park. I bought a big stack of PS4 games for $10. In the ad, they had other games, including Battlefield 1, but that was already gone. So I got Far Cry Primal, Assassin's Creed Unity, Battlefield Hardline. Better double check these are all in here. NBA 2K15, MLB The Show 15, FIFA 14, and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, all for $10. And I'm hoping I'm going to put in a little bit of work and basically take them to GameStop and get cash. And I'm hoping it's more than $10 cash. We will see, won't we? Oh, there's the art sale right here. Is it still going on? Are they still in there? Let's just go ask. I hope I don't lose my shit. I mean, $10 for a bunch of PS4 games is probably pretty good, but we will see. All right. Back in the pickup recap, episode 14 of the $5 game box. And wow, not bad. Wrapping up episode 14. I haven't even uploaded 13 yet. That should be coming tonight or tomorrow. I'm editing it together. It's almost edited together, and I will have it up probably this weekend. But hey, here we are. I got the stuff right here. I did not expect this today. With the weather changing, like I showed you, and it started raining. Can't believe I found this stuff. Anyway, let's just start with where we're at this moment. Once again, I'm being really fucking lazy. So here's the Final Fantasy 7 and 8 with the manuals, disc only. That I really just need to make a little lot and put that up on eBay. Just need to do it. Here is our lot of PS2 games. There's our lot of PS2 games that we got out of the folder, the ones we're not selling separately. So Blood Omen 2 is probably one of the best ones in there. Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 12's in there. That Armored Core, Contra, Dark Alliance 1 is in there. We got this up on eBay. I want to say $25 free ship. I'm not sure. But we got that up on eBay right now. This is our lot of PS1 games. No, it's not. I'm sorry. 8. These are the spare PS1 games that we got out of that folder where we found the Dreamcast game and the Doom and the Diablo 3. We're not really doing anything with these yet. This is a stack of the loose disc PS1 games from that lot that I believe we're trying to sell. I think I lowered it to $19.99. The reason I'm not just pulling this lot and adding these in and trying to do it all together is there's a few watchers on this. So I'm kind of in a let it ride kind of mood as far as that's concerned. So these are listed, these are not. I'll put those up. Here, I'll stick them up there. Don't really care how they go. Alright, this is that Yoba machine from last episode with a copy of Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. I've got this listed on a bunch of local Facebook groups for $10 all together, with a picture on our new TV back there, that it works. I've got a few hits on it, but nobody's committed to purchasing yet. Some guy wanted to trade me a Harlem Globetrotters basketball for it. Thanks, but no. Put that there. Oh, there go my remotes. Alright, so Dark Alliance 2 we've got resurfaced and we need to list. I'll probably list that tonight, and if the way that Champions Return to Arms sold is any indication, this will sell pretty quickly, hopefully at another $20 to $25 clip. And I've got the spare Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3 that came from this lot, because we have Mario 3 and Mario 2 right up here from last week. I was going to take these to Retro Game Store. He didn't want to offer cash yet. He said he'd offer 8 apiece, 16. I was thinking, well, if you want me to bring it back at some other time, I'll throw them up on Craigslist, $20 total. But now, based on what we picked up today, which I'm about to go over, I may just put together a little bundle and try to sell it on my own. So let's get to, Game Fund wallet. We have, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, $27 left. So we spent $51 today, right? 40, 51. We spent $51 today. We do still have credit at the game store. I did take that resurfacing out of the credit we had, so we have $2 credit still at the game store in our wallet. The sale of that Champions Return to Arms, I don't know where my receipt is. I assumed $2.70 shipping. I shipped it first class, which is like $1.19. So instead of getting $14.41, what the estimate was, now we're probably going to assume $16 once we get the funds released. $16 into the Game Fund wallet once the funds clear. I don't know when the funds are going to clear, though, because shipping it first class, I didn't get a tracking number. So I cannot upload a tracking number for the guy. It's estimated to get there Tuesday, but PayPal is probably going to wait a while to release those funds. I may not get them by next week, which is kind of a shame because $27 isn't a whole lot. I mean, it's nice. It's a lot better than the $5 we started with, that's for sure. But we are going to have a few more funds in the wallet a little bit later on. So let's go over today's pickups. These are all from today garage sailing. 2 really good weeks in a row. Last week, which you saw recapped in episode 13, and now episode 14 this week. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the GameCube. Stupid me, I should have just walked away and got it for free, because he gave it to me for free, but I felt really bad, because they're like, man, look at the books, look at this, and there was nothing else there I was interested in. I'm sure some of those books may have resold. I don't know shit about them. If I had a couple guys' numbers who I know go garage selling for books, I would have called them up and said, "Get your ass out here. There's some good hardcover shit that looks like it'd resell for a lot. There's some textbooks there that I bet would have resold for a lot, and they're selling everything hardback for $1 and paperback for 50 cents. You should load up." But anyway, I gave them $1 for this. It is complete, and the discs are in pretty good shape. According to pricecharting.com values, by the way, are good as of May the 13th at 2:01 Mountain Daylight Time. All right, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, complete in box, $8.99 is our value. One of the last garage sales we hit today, I wanted to hit it because I saw in their picture they had a stack of PS4 games, and it included Battlefield 1. And I was kind of hoping Battlefield 1 would still be in this stack of games by the time I got there. But I did get there late, so they sold a few. But they had these 7 games still left, and I took the tags off them. I shouldn't have. But they were all individually priced. I think they wanted 15 for Battlefield Hardline. Far Cry Primal, they wanted 15. Like the Assassin's Creeds, they wanted 10. The sports games, I think they wanted 5 apiece. I'm sitting there and I'm talking with a woman there, and I asked her if they had any other games, and she's like, "Oh, we've got an old Nintendo, but I'm not getting rid of that." So I'm talking with her like, "Well, are there games you don't?" I always ask this when from now on, just to see if it works. A lot of people, of course, want to keep their NES, Super NES, and 64, and that's understandable. So do I. But I ask, are there any games you're not playing? Like if you're... That's how I got the Super Nintendo games, really. Is I asked if they had any old games. They said, we've got some Super Nintendo games, but we're keeping the system of Mario Kart because we play it all the time. Well, that's fine. I'll gladly take your Turtles 4. I'll gladly take it. Yeah. So I asked, and she's like, "Well, I only really have 6 games. I have the 3 Donkey Kong Countries, Super Mario All-Stars, and I play them all, so it's understandable." But she's like, "Tell you what, right now, since my husband's inside and not paying attention, I'll sell you the whole stack of those PS4 games for $10. And of course, I'm looking at the games, going, I don't really want any of them. I have that in my personal collection. I'm not a fan of the first-person shooter, although I think this game is a little bit different, more like a crime story, not a military shooter. But I believe it's still first-person shooter. Yeah, it's Battlefield, of course it is. Assassin's Creed, and of course, Snickleford sports games. But I took a chance thinking, God, GameStop's got to give me more than $10 cash for these. So I looked them up. These are not pricecharting.com values. These are GameStop cash values as of today, right now on GameStop.com. I didn't even bother looking up on price charting because new gen stuff is hit or miss. FIFA 14, they will give me in cash 18 cents. NBA 2K15, they will give me nothing. They will not even take NBA 2K15. MLB The Show 15, they will give me 88 cents. We're above $1. It gets a little better. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Wait, yeah. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, they'll give me in cash $7.04. Assassin's Creed Unity, they will give me $3.52. We're above the $10. Battlefield Hardline, they'll give me $3.08. And Far Cry Primal, they will give me $8.80. So all told for the PS4 games, if I took them all to GameStop today, which I'm kind of planning on doing, you'll probably see at the very beginning of episode 15, $23.50, and we get to keep NBA 2K15. Great. That's more than 100% return on investment, right? $10 turning into $23.50 be a nice little, 27, 47, 50. Bring us back to about $50 back in our wallet in case one of these guys from earlier calls back. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to GameStop. I kind of want to keep Battlefield Hardline because I don't have it at all. I guess I could pay myself $3. But $23.50 is just such a nice round number. It's not $23.42 or $23.67. It's $23.50. Nice little round number. So I think we're going to just take it to GameStop. And NBA, I have no fucking idea what I'm going to do with NBA. See if a pawn shop will give me $1 for it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Alright, now the big pickup of the episode and of the day is, you saw it, the NES lot, which I paid $40 for. Interesting story. I was heading to another garage sale and I saw the sign, and when I turned down a couple streets, I'm like, oh, this is the one on this drive that I'd also written down. For some reason, I was thinking that street was on the other side of town. Then as I'm getting there, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over here. So I was kind of losing my sense of direction. And I got there to the dude's house, and I'm like, I've been here before. Bozeman's a small town. And when you roll up to a place, you're like, I've been here. So I almost kept rolling. But I'm like, I wasn't here last year. And I may not have even been here the year before. But I know I've been here. I'll go check it out. I know there's some kids in here. So maybe. So I get up into the dude's garage. I'm looking around and not really seeing anything, looking through the DVDs. And the wife and the two or three kids are sitting there talking about how cold it is. Well, it's cold. The husband's kind of standing outside the garage, and he kind of turns and looks into the garage at me. He's like, weren't you here before asking about video games? I'm like, yep, you got me. Water, baby. High quality hydration. Anyway, I'm like, I was like, yeah, that was me. You had some, didn't you? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but you weren't selling. He's like, no, I wasn't selling. I was like, well, what about now? He's like, I haven't. I'm like, well, what games aren't you playing? Once again, what games aren't you playing? Well, I'm not playing any of them. I haven't hooked it up in a long time. I'm like, here's another trick. Here's another trick I've learned that you use. Get it out of the house. One way or another, get it out. Because it's a lot harder to get them, or it's a lot harder for them to take it back in. When you get it out and you look for it and you put a cash offer in front of them, a lot harder to get the thing, oh no, especially when I learn, and he tells me, I haven't hooked up and played this thing in 15 years. So he hasn't hooked this thing up since 2002. So I say, what games aren't you playing? He's in none of them. I was like, well, are you selling it? Are you interested? I have to look it up and see, like, well, can you bring it out? Can I take a look at it? And he goes in the house, and he brings it out, and he opens it up, and all the games are in this shoebox, Nike shoebox, and I see the system, and the system is in great shape, and hopefully, after I'm through with it, it's still in great shape. I mean, a little painting right here, but it's not. I mean, I've seen some nasty ass NES control decks in my day, doing what I do, but this thing looks clean. For it's not being used in 15 years, it looks like it was kept in a dust-free environment. NES 101, guy from Storage Wars. I mean, even there's no dust buildup in the little it's. I hope it works. I mean, I'll have to check it, test it, whatever. Um, so I'm like, well, what would you want for everything? Like if I bought, he's like the system too. I'm like, yeah, what would you want? I don't know. I really want to look it up. So I'm like, in my mind, like, let's put something out there that I know is a good deal for me, but is enough to kind of at least make this guy think about it. And I knew, like, putting out there as a thing, like, oh, I'll give you $10 or $20, wasn't gonna do it. I said, I'll give you 40 for it all. I'll give you $40 right now for everything. And that made him think, and that made him ponder. And he's like, well, let me go talk to my wife about this. And of course, the wife is standing like 5 feet away. So I turned to her, like she's like standing up on like 3 stairs going in the house. I'm like, remember, he hasn't hooked it up in 15 years. And she's like, I know. So he comes back and like, yeah, give me 40. So great, $40 for all. This is amazing. We have in here all the hookups, a nice orange zapper, 2 controllers. They appear to be in decent condition. I haven't looked at them too closely to see if they have any, if the cables are in good condition. But overall, they look great. Zapper, I haven't pulled it out really. Zapper zaps. All right, great. NES control deck you saw. PriceCharting.com value of the NES control deck, according to them, is $65. Zapper is $19.99. I'm sure they have separate values for controllers. That's all going to go in one bundle if I sell it. Games. Another really nice condition copy of Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. $3.39, according to Price Charting. Paperboy in a sleeve that's not really working anymore. Paperboy, $13. Top Gun, $4. Crap game, crap price. Bases Loaded 2, second season, $4. Once again, these are PriceCharting.com values. Oh, I didn't even pull that out. I should have. Oh, it's got a little code on here. ABA, up, down, BA, H. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Little wear there, and I don't know if that's going to come off or not. $13.50, according to Price Charting. One of the big ones, Contra, currently has a value of $29.99. It has a value in this box. We got another Super Mario Brothers 3. Belonged to Jeff. I wonder if Jeff was the name of the guy. Kung Fu. Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3, $12. Kung Fu, $7. Looks like it was $5.99 at one point. Here's a game I've never seen before. Kickle Cubicle. Kickle Cubicle with some masking tape. Thank you for writing your name on masking tape on the back. That should be easier for me to get out than Sharpie. Kickle Cubicle has a value of $15.99 according to Price Charting. And it's a game I don't own in any version. So, neat. Great game right here, Blaster Master. $7.50 according to Price Charting. And finally, in a, I suppose this was a rental case, we have a nice copy of Ninja Gaiden, $9.96. Add it all, according to PriceCharting.com, this lot's value is $205.32. Yeah. I know an NES control deck and a couple controllers and about 7 or 8 games. Good games, too. Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3, Kid Icarus. I think there's a couple other ones that are decent in there. Recently sold on a Facebook group for $150. I'm going to test the NES during the baseball game today while I'm watching that. I'm going to hook it up and test it. And if it's working, if it's not giving me blinking screens and need new pen connectors, I'm going to put the NES, Zapper controller, Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, the Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 really good games. That's it. Everything else is staying with me. I'll put that in the 4 game. $100? See if anybody bites. We might do that. We'll see. We'll take offers. $100 or best offer. And that would definitely be a record if we get somebody to pay $100 for that. Or, shit, even like put 75. We'll do 100 and we'll take like 75. How about that? Oh. We could even entice and put some more in Schnickel Fritz. Put the Top Gun and put the Tetris 2 and the Dr. Mario. We'll come across that. We could. We'll see. So that's pretty much going to be the start of episode 15. Probably is me selling games to GameStop and putting a NES lot up on Facebook and anyway, putting some shit on eBay. There we go. There's our stack from today, and the NES control deck and all the hookups and Zapper and 2 controllers. All right, y'all. That is episode 14 of the $5 Game Box. We got a lot of cool stuff out of the collection. The NES games are going to stack up. And we're going to need another box. And I don't have another box right now. I have to go to a wine store. Have any wine boxes I can have, please? All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving it a big thumbs up. Oh, you haven't yet? Give it a big thumbs up if you will, please. Or, fuck it. If you don't like me, whatever. It's cool. Leave a comment down below. I love reading and responding to your comments. And if you haven't, please subscribe, because there's lots of good shit. I mean, we're hitting an episode a week right now at the garage sales. The fucking winter grind of thrift stores is over right now. We are hitting G sales and we are scoring at G sales. And it is awesome. So I will see you guys next time here on the $5 Game Box. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon.